Hi, this is Aljets. I'm doing my biweekly check-in for September 1st to the 15th. So, first, a checkup on my research progress. I visited the lab for the first time. It was cool. I saw some freezers. I saw some, uh, what are the things called where you spin around the test
Merry-go-rounds?
tubes? No, the test tubes. You spin them around. Anyway, I saw those and the ones that shook them around, shook the samples around. That was very interesting.
Centrifuge.
Centrifuge. I saw the centrifuges, the very expensive ones, and some 3D printers and such. I completed my training modules. I have not done that big thing of stuff that I need to sign, so I do need to do that. I think I can just print it out, but I'm not 100% sure. And I read some protein engineering papers. I read two topic papers on, I believe, uses of ancestral sequence reconstruction, and then one about evolution and kind of how, like, ancient proteins had multifunction. And then one Merkel paper on ASR and kind of just ancient proteins and enzymes. So, and then in my next 2 weeks, I will hopefully begin some sort of, wet lab activity research like growing yeast or something. I'm not 100% sure, so I can't really have a concrete goal in mind, I don't believe. But either way, I hope that I will be in the lab more and kind of get the feel for what I'll be doing day to day. The scientific paper that I'm talking about is the protein dynamism and evolvability one from Taufik and Tokuriki from 2009. So I thought kind of the main points were that just the more flexible a protein is, the more diverse its functions are, can fit more things. That makes sense to me. And then older proteins are probably pretty flexible compared to newer ones, which I think is right. I think that's true. And then balance between proteins needing to change in evolution. So they did change overall, and as more mutations happen, the proteins seem to lose stability. So that is a little perplexing to me because it seems like as proteins evolve more, they would just get worse in general. And it seemed like it was perplexing to the researchers as well. Um, and then obviously it said less stable proteins are more susceptible to changes, but I don't know. I guess I just been thinking so much about how the ancient proteins were trying to find those and then change them that I didn't really consider that it would be more probable for less stable proteins to change. And I thought this quote, the other traits, such as the robustness of proteins to mutations, may have resulted from environmental rather than genetic pressures. I don't know, that was surprising because, yeah. So I'm trying to remember what I was thinking here. Um,
I'm trying to give you quotes now.
all right, so I remembered where my train of thought was. So if they're evolving so much, then I thought that if they keep changing, then they become less and less unstable, or less and less stable. So that's why the proteins would need to resist genetic changes or mutations. But I was surprised that came from environmental pressures instead. So I kind of want to look more into that. I might read that study that the quote referenced. But so anyway, and then three questions I had: what opportunities should I look for in an internship this summer? I heard some people say that like anything your first year, as long as it's like, specific to chemical engineering would be fine. But I don't know if I should look for like, oh yeah, in this internship you'll be doing this one job or this one thing or these projects related to one topic, or if I should try to look for one that like cycles between like manufacturing and research and development or whatever. Um, and then any like red flags that I should look for, so that I don't go to a crappy internship for a summer and regret it. And then what should I keep in mind? Suppose I begin work in the lab because I'm totally new. Yeah, I mean, I want to start meaningful work, but I don't want to, be totally in over my head. So I guess some things to keep in the back of my mind to remember or try and, um, focus on, or skills to develop, or, anything. And then I've been talking to the recruiter people at the industry days or at the career fairs or whatever. And I'm not sure if I should actually take the time to email them after, because it seems sometimes like they just go everywhere and change. And so if I applied for the job, that might just be enough. So, I don't know. Hope you have a good weekend. I'll see you sometime.
Bye.